Hello everyone. I hope you guys are doing great. So today we are going to start a completely new course which is basically, is going to assist you about and tell you how to, improve your vocabulary, English vocabulary. And if you use these words that you will be learning in this course in your everyday speech or while you write a piece of article or, essays or whatever, that is, just using these words in your everyday life will definitely improve your English speaking as well as your writing skills. So it's not at all hard, it's very easy. In here I have discussed, or more likely I have prepared five pairs of words for you to understand today. And I have also included one example for each word, which will help you to understand how you can use these words when you speak, or how you can use these words in any sentence. So that's how this is going to work. So let's just start with it. The lesson has been prepared by me, Svetlana Mandal. Now, today we are going to discuss homophones. Now, homophones are defined as words which have a similar pronunciation but different meanings. Now, you will come across words like that, I'm sure. Just take few minutes, like take 2 minutes and think about few words like that, which when you hear, it's the same, it sounds the same, but the meanings are completely different. For example, they've all, for example, let's take like the words that I have included here are rose and rose. Now, one rose, definitely we all know that rose, the red rose, it's a flower rose. The second rose refers to the past tense of rise. Now, both these R-O-S-E, the spelling is same, the pronunciation is same, but the meanings are like world apart, right? So that's how this is going to work. That's how homophones are. So this word has been derived from the Greek word homo, which means same, and phone, which means voice. Now, some homophones which are spelled differently are called heterographs. Now, heterographs are the ones which there will be words which which sounds the same, but the spelling is different and also the meaning is different. Now, let me give you one example. For the example, let's see this set of words called two, TO2, TWO2 and TOO2. Now, they all have the same pronunciation and we all know they have the same, like they don't have the same meaning, and we can definitely see that they don't have the same spelling. So that's how homophones are. And this one which we saw right now, that which are spelled differently but they are pronounced similarly, are called heterographs. Now let's look at few examples. Now, the first set of words is bail and bail. Now, the BAIL, bail, refers to a sum of money exchanged for the release of an arrested person as a guaranteed of the person's appearance for trial. This is basically, as at times you see serial on serial ki aapko bail mil gaya, that kind of a thing. It's the amount of money which is exchanged for the release of an arrested person. That is called bail. That's BAIL, bail. Now, let's see how you can use this in a sentence. So you can see the example that I have included here. The judge has set the bail amount for Jack as at rupees 2,000. So this person called Jack is can be bailed out of jail with rupees 2,000. So that is the bailing amount for him. So that's how this BAIL, bail, works. That's how, I hope you have got the meaning. I have tried to include a very simple example so that it's easier for you to understand. So let's move on to the next bail. Now, this bale is BALE, and it can refer to a bundle of compressed wool or hay compacted for shipping and handling. Now, let's see the example so that it's easier for you to understand. Now, Sam tossed another bale of hay to his brother. So it's basically a bundle of hay that this person Sam passed on to his brother, maybe for burning or setting a bonfire or something of like that sort. So we out here we got to know two words, BAIL, bail, and BALE, bail. Now let's move on to the next set of words. Now this again is base and base. Now one base is BASE, which is very common. We all know about this base. So basis generally refers to the foundation or a supporting lower or bottom component of a structure or object. Now it's simple because we all know what base is. Now let's go through the example. Now the teacher, so the example that I've included here is the teachers reported that Sia's base in chemistry is quite weak. So basically the foundation course of the foundation course of chemistry for Sia was not that very good, or maybe great, or maybe she just bunked classes, or whatever the case was. Her base in chemistry is really weak, which maybe, that is what the teacher is complaining about. So the next base is BASS base, which is a noun, and it is a low spectrum of sound tones. Now let's see the example. David adjusted the equalizer on his audio equipment to emphasize the bass. Now bass, often we say that, the heavy voice, you will see there are few people who have a very heavy and impactful voice. So we can say like that person has a very good bass in his voice, like that. So that's what a BASS bass is. So let's move on to the next set of words. Now this is a very common example when it comes to homophones. It's birth and birth, BERTH birth and BIRTH birth. Now this example is probably there in every grammar book of children. So let's go through this one word. So BERTH birth is a noun, and it is a fixed bunk for sleeping in a train or caravan, etc. Now it's simple. We all know train birth and train births, we all know train births. So I'll not go into explaining that. There's nothing to explain. I'm pretty sure you guys already have skipped to the next word. So whatever, let's just go through the example. Now the woman asks the man to move to his allotted berth. Again, I'm not going to explain. This is very simple. The next part is BIRTH, which is a noun, and this is probably the most common word, so it's not complicated, but I'll give you the meaning, the process of childbearing. Now the example is the woman gave birth to a baby girl on her way to the hospital. So I'm not going to explain this, it's very easy. So let's skip on to the next word. Set of words, which is called bored and bored. Now BORED, bored, is an adjective, and it's basically defined as suffering from boredom, or to have nothing to do, or very uninterested about everything. Like right now I'm very bored, so it's basically like I'm not interested in anything, no matter how interesting it is, no matter how much my friends are forcing me to go to the party or whatever. I'm very bored and I'm not very interested in any of this. So let's take an example. Now, the example that I've included here is the bored expression of the students indicated that they are not interested in the subject. Like I said in the meaning itself, it's the whole uninterestedness of a person. Like, I'm not interested, I'm bored. That's like how it goes. So the next one is BOARD, board, and this one is a noun. Now it may refer to a committee that manages a business of an organization, such as, basically refers to a committee that manages a business of an organization, such as board of directors. We all have heard. So we all have heard about the board of directors whenever it comes to some kind of for example, in a school there is a board of directors, or in a some schools, like these days schools do have board of directors, and then there is like a company which they have the board of directors, and then there is voting and things like that. So that is the board of directors. Now let's see the example. She was waiting to hear back from the board regarding her proposal. So this is a particular girl who maybe is an employee at a company, and then she has proposed something, but it is the board of the directors, the committee, the board is going to decide whether to go ahead with this proposal or just reject it. So that's what. Now the next set of words is counsel and counsel. Now COUNSEL, counsel, is a noun. Now, it basically means advice or guidance. So you have heard people saying, yeah, she needs some counseling, she's really depressed, or she needs some counseling, she's very confused about what to do in her in higher secondary, or which stream to choose. She needs some counseling. So this is basically that counseling, advice and guidance, someone in need of some advice, help. So that this is what counsel this is that counseling. So let's see the example. The lawyer counseled his client to remain silent. See how he just advised. It's like, I'm advising you that it's better for the situation, according to the situation right now, it's better for you to keep silent. That's what so it's basically, I'm advising you. So that's it. The next counsel is council, counsel, which is a noun. Now, this actually refers to a committee that leads or governs. For example, the student council voted against the new rule proposed by the school president. Now, this council is like, a group of representatives. For example, see, in a class, maybe, there are like 4 prefects. Okay, now these prefects were voted by the rest of the class members, and finally, like, there is this council is formed, like the council for class 6, like that. So that's that's what council council refers to. So that's it. I'm going to go slow. In the next chapter, you will see another few words. It's going to be a continuation of this lesson. So I'll not end it here. I'm basically pausing here. So please take care of yourself, and I'll be coming back with the second part of this lesson. Till then, please take care of yourself, and thank you for staying with me till the end.